Welcome to lesson number 8 in Module 3, Banks and Microcredit, introducing you to financing your business through bank loans and microcredit. Bank lending is the most traditional source of funding for new businesses and innovative ideas. Entrepreneurs can go to a bank and ask for a loan of a specific amount for startup costs and/or business development. A bank's incentive is represented by a percentage as a return of the lending that is the function of various factors such as personal rating, guarantee, or personal account. The principles of lending and loans are the following. Safety. Banks need to ensure that advances are safe and money lent out by them will come back. Liquidity. Banks have to ensure that money lent out by them is not locked up for a long time by designing the loan maturity period appropriately. Profitability. Banks must earn adequate profit on their investment through their interest rates. Risk diversification. To mitigate risk, banks should lend to a diversified customer base. Each European country has their own loan policies. In general, the things that impact a loan are level of credit to deposit ratio, targeted portfolio mix, hurdle ratings, loan pricing, collateral security. In the pricing of loans, the interest rate is very different from North to South Europe. Risk-return trade-off is a fundamental aspect of risk management. Borrowers with a weak financial position are placed in a higher risk category and have a higher rate of interest. If the risk rating of a borrower deteriorates, its cost of borrowing should rise, and vice versa. At the macro level, loan pricing for a bank depends on some European factors, for example, the European Central Bank rate, which is the price at which the banks buy money. Loan pricing is also dependent on competition. There is a new trend that is called microcredit. Microcredit was invented for poor people with a special focus on women in India, and it is rapidly expanding in several developing countries in Asia, South America, and Africa. Nowadays, the financial crisis has allowed microcredit to expand also in Europe. Generally speaking, microcredit is the offer of financial and non-financial services to people excluded from the traditional banking system, adapting the services to the needs of the target customers. It offers access to credit to those traditional banks which do not lend money because of a lack of warranties. Microcredit causes a community-driven development, depending on innate creativity and the potential of each individual. Microcredit is managed by banks, commercial banks, savings banks, or public banks, financial cooperatives, NGOs or government-run and/or government-owned financial service entities. These legal entities have different interest rates, and not all of them are available in all EU countries. Through microcredit, entrepreneurs without guarantees can start their own business, creating sustainable activities to increase income. This can empower people, improving their living conditions. Through microcredit, entrepreneurs without guarantees can start their own business, creating sustainable activities and improving their living conditions. The main goal is to create a virtuous cycle that allows micro-entrepreneurs to generate income and become economically independent. Microcredit seeks reliable personal guarantees instead of a real guarantee and focuses its attention on the person because it protects the debtor's condition. Microcredit's claim is that access to credit is a right. This table shows the different approach of some EU countries to microcredit. France and Poland stand out for their number of loans, 10 times bigger than other countries. Netherlands shows a good value of loans with the most high average loan size in the EU. Also, the UK highlights a good loan size, but its interest rate is one of the highest in Europe. After this lesson, you should now be able to identify what bank loans are, their principles, policies, and pricing. Moreover, an overview of what microcredit is and who is involved has been shown with a table on microcredit in the EU.